Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Whenever you're listening to this, I hope you enjoy hearing about some of the 800 homes I worked in over 15 years. I had an estate cleanout business in the Washington, D.C. metro area. The first house today is a $1 million home in Bethesda, Maryland. I was called in February of 2010 to empty a house where a man had died, and since his wife had preceded him in death and he had no children, I was hired to empty the house. There was a 2-page list of furniture the realtor asked to be left behind for staging the house while it was on the market. Sometimes I was asked to leave furniture for staging. Other times the realtor brought in furniture they had or they rented. It depended on the shape of the furniture in the house. Sometimes it was too outdated. I had one family that wanted me to leave up the draperies their mom had picked out 25 years earlier. The last day in that particular house, the realtor came in and said the draperies had to go. She had brought in a young couple the night before, and the first thing the wife had said when she walked in the living room is, "I feel like I'm in my mom's house." And she didn't say it in a complimentary way. In this house, they wanted me to leave the dining room set and the living room and den furniture, but empty the cabinets and drawers. I was to clear out completely the basement and garage and all 3 bedrooms. I would have loved to talk to the missus after I learned she had an interesting and unusual life. She had been with a cryptology unit in World War II and could identify individual agents in the resistance by their keystrokes when they communicated to her using Morse code. She also worked at Princeton after the war with J. Robert Oppenheimer and Albert Einstein. This was before she married. Wow. This house had lots of art and some very nice oriental rugs, a beautiful screen, a couple of chessboards, a leather hat box, a painted metal tray, and a big cat skin. It snowed the night before we started this job, and you will see a photo I took through the screen door of wrought iron furniture on the patio with about 16 inches of snow on top of it. Sometimes we worked even when the school shut down due to snow. If we were working at a house with a long driveway, we would postpone work until either the snow melted or the executor found a way to get the driveway plowed. Luckily, in and around Washington, D.C., it doesn't snow often, and most of the time when it does, it's only a couple of inches. Then we would just trudge through the snow, and I would take a shovel with me so we could make a clear path from the car to the front door of the house. Usually we could find a shovel or a broom in the house that we could use to clear a path. Next is a condo on the 15th floor of a high-rise building in Chevy Chase, Maryland. I was recommended by the appraiser to the daughter of the deceased. I believe the appraiser was taking most of the items to a specialty auction house, and I only needed to work half a day taking care of the remaining items. I remember the apartment was painted or wallpapered in very dark colors, but there were all these plants grouped together by the appraiser in one corner. I believe my helper and I brought the plants home, and I kept one and we gave away the rest. I kept the one I brought home until I moved across the country in 2015. My sister took it to her house. The electrified lamp was very unusual, and so was the pewter tea and coffee set. Myself, I like the white filigree lamp. Notice the parquet floors. I don't see them in new construction for rental units now. That concludes another episode of Attic to Basement Estate Cleanouts. Please subscribe here, and if you'd like to see more photos I didn't include here, visit the Facebook page 800 Houses, 800 Jobs.